Did I miss any fun chit-chat?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, at least on my end. Cream! Come here, give me love, give me love. My baby. Ah! Okay, she didn't want me.
Sadness.
It is. She even kicked at me and hit my chest. So are we all ready?
Not on roll 20 yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I know you're not on roll 20 yet, but who would like to do the recap?
All right, I'll do it then.
Okay.
Oh, last time, a number of adventurers were on a ship traveling across the world seas, and they had a bit of an encounter with one of their shipmates, a fellow passenger who was a bit of a doomsday cultist, and he may or may not have brought down a storm and a magical creature, which made us crash with his magical alcohol and drunkenness powers. We don't know yet. So we crashed on a beach. We picked ourselves up and we decided to venture inland, try and get some attention, learn if we were in danger and whatnot. And that's where we found a bunch of bandits who were fairly unhelpful, even when we applied magical means to make them pliable. We had a generally fair fight with a lot of unfortunate rolls on our part, but the average statted bandits ultimately fell before our blades and magical might. And it was a great bonding experience for these adventurers. With what we learned, we ventured further west, I think.
Yes.
And we found ourselves in a city which I don't have the name of because I don't have my notes up yet.
Umbridge.
That is correct. And we got ourselves acquainted at Umbridge, made some gold selling our loot, tried to gather information, figure out how we were supposed to orient ourselves in this new and crazy world. And we got a bit of a delivery quest, which turned out interestingly, because we got to see the inner city, I suppose you could call it, where the royal family resides, learn a bit of lore about their bond with dragons, learn that the dragon who is on the same level with the royal family is being harassed by a dickish prince. The dragon is overseeing this tentacle pit of eyes and some sort of horror. Had a fear power, and basically we do not want to be knocked into the darkness and mist below that city.
I would never
So
do
we
a
ventured
tentacle pit.
in. We ventured inward, met the prince, the go-getter of a princess, and the absolutely depressed and exhausted king, and well,
With
most
kids
of the
like
party.
that, I'd be depressed too.
I'm talking about peanut.
Right.
God damn it.
And we got drafted basically into helping figure out why these dragons are attacking, why dragons are dying, and whether or not the kingdom is approaching some sort of terrible war because of this. It looks like a very messy situation, and we're going to have to deal with the incredibly upset and what do you call it when someone looks down on the lower classes?
Imperialistic, arrogant, stuck up, jackass. So many things.
Yes, all of those for the princess, who is our new employer. And we are doing something incredibly dangerous by taking the prince's place in this destiny, fate, magical bond quest, which he was supposed to go on. But he just looks out for his own pleasures and does what he thinks is funny. So we are going to try and entertain him because he will be watching us through the pewter badge we were given. And presumably the princess will be watching us too through the same badge. So yeah, with our quest, we went back into the lower city where we sold all of the extra loot and we're gathering information. And we brought along a little boy who is also working on behalf of the prince.
That didn't sound
We're
right.
calling him Heathen.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything. I will give you a DM inspiration for the recap. If you log
Awesome.
on.
I'm opening my notes.
Okay, so who wants to do what? This is the day that you need to, leave. And did everyone get what they needed?
Yep.
Yeah, because I used the badge to get water barrels, tents, tarps, rope, and hand tools.
Wait, do we have food?
Yes, we have enough rations.
And like I told y'all, Viola thinks that she can craft some sort of magical ability to conjure a bit of water every day, although it's drawing from the same magical pool as her main spells, so it's not a perfect option.
Which is why we went through the trouble of getting barrels of water.
Yep.
Now you got 2 camels. What are you going to do with the horse?
I mean, is the horse rated, so to speak, for desert travel?
Don't know. Did you check it?
I mean, you said it was like an Arabian horse, right?
Yes.
So, can we say it's a 1-for-1 sub for a Arabian horse? So, it is a desert horse?
Technically, yes. But if you wanted to bring it along, that is your choice. You could sell it, eat it. I mean, it's your choice. You took it. It's yours.
Yeah, we're getting it for free, basically, because we took it from the bandits. So,
And you don't know if it was stolen or bought.
True. Does anybody have a preference?
Oh, we don't have a saddle for it or anything, and now we have the camels to pull the cart, so...
The horse was automatically strapped to the cart, so it doesn't have an individual saddle to be rode, but it has the straps that attach to the cart.
So, yeah, like I was saying, don't have a saddle for it or anything, and now we have the camels to pull the cart. So, not much purpose in keeping a horse unless someone wants to get a saddle for it. Then,
I mean,
otherwise, I'd say sell it off.
Yeah, between sessions,
You're breaking up really bad.
I did actually get a saddle, so yeah, I got a saddle for it between sessions. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, like when we reach the princess, I would hope she's been traveling by a horse or whatever, but if she isn't, then we can just give her the horse so that she can stay out of the way when we face trouble. When we meet up with her, I mean.
So are we keeping or selling it? I'm for selling it.
Well,
Okay.
That's, from what I can tell, 2 for keeping and so far 1 for selling.
I mean, I could go either way. I'm more apt to keep it for we have another, heavy moving mount. We could at least put stuff on it or use it to get away or someone to get away.
Yeah, I'm for keeping it as well.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's just keep it.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just tie it to the back of the cart so it could just kind of trot along behind it. That way nobody has to actively ride it. They don't want to.
Yeah, just got to make sure it stays fed along with the camels.
Which is
Did we
doable.
remember to get horse feed?
There was some in the cart.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're going only a couple of days, right? To get there?
A week.
It's a week to get there.
Mm-hmm.
To the spot that you decided to go to.
Okay.
Yeah, where the princess told us to go and where she would be.
Okay.
So I haven't seen the lists of everything else everyone's tried to buy. Has anyone tried to buy magic items with this opportunity, or do you want to say?
Some potions of healing so far is all I know has been gotten.
There is
Right.
a cart
Since we don't have
handout for everyone that was to write down what they bought. Unless it was an individual, this is for me.
Yeah, I listed everything I bought on the cart.
Well, I got one thing for myself and then the healing potions, but I don't think I ended up putting those in the cart. Yep, yes I did.
There you go, just in case.
Yep.
Wait, can I buy a scroll?
What kind?
A first level ritual one.
Repeat.
A first level ritual one.
What is the purpose of a ritual scroll? And what level of rarity is it?
The purpose is to cast a spell without using a spell slot, and the level is just rarity is just first level.
That's fine. Anything else for anyone else?
Do we want to try and get a bag of holding? Or is there anything that makes sense if we're going to be fighting dragons or anything that's investigation oriented, or because I'm looking at this page if anyone wants to review it real quick. Sorry, I've had a busy week and I did not put enough thought into this shit side. Alchemy jug so that we can get vinegar and mayonnaise.
The best weapon, mayonnaise.
Also water.
Glitter glue. You'd be amazed at the shenanigans you can pull with glitter glue.
I'm just thinking of it as like a lube, and I'm just mind blown.
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
Hell
you have a very bad
no.
day.
Go use soap on your brain.
I already used soap today.
I should hope so.
I broke it too. I'll give y'all 3 more minutes to decide your blah, 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 and then I'm going to kick y'all out of here.
I'm trying to find something that'll be good for a druid once I get wild shape, because almost all of the magic items I'm looking at are armor based, so they wouldn't really help.
Bottle of boundless coffee. It's a common magic item.
If you want it.
All right, then.
I just love the fact that
Never
these
have too much coffee.
adventurers just go on a shopping spree knowing how the prince already was with the first visit, and you're like, yeah, no strings attached, we're just getting free shit.
Oh, I can guarantee there's free strings attached, but
I
at
am
this
keeping
point,
track of the
it's
fuckery
coffee.
you're gonna have later, so don't worry about it. I mean, what?
All right, I think I got it.
Someone just tried to call me? No.
Keo, this one's an uncommon item, but I figure it could be neat if there's one like dragon themed in the city. I don't know what kind of breath weapon the dragon has, but it is not from a core D&D thing. It's from Wild and Mount.
Ballistic weight.
Approved.
Cool.
As for Void, are those all of the scrolls you're wanting? Void. Okay, he's dead. Who wants his loot?
Hello?
We can hear you. Oh.
Is that all the who the fuck? Is that all of the scrolls you're wanting?
Yeah. Actually, wait a second. I want one detect poison disease, just in case.
Sure. Put it do a copy paste and put it in the cart.
I would like a scroll of Speak with Animals.
Approved.
I will add to the cart.
First half hour of game. Let's buy.
Sorry. It's just
Is the neighbor here? Oh, I thought you were talking to the neighbor. I was gonna say, where's my money? Okay. Was there any? Oh wait, no, she already took the mail.
No one wants to try and get magic armor or a shield. I think 3 minutes is almost up.
Oh, it's already past 3 minutes. How do I add Heathen as a character sheet for y'all to move around?
Ooh, I do not know how to do that.
I think if you create a character, you can designate it as a NPC.
I gotta find where I put the picture. No. Oh. Cool. Okay. You now all have access to move Heathen around as you please.
I can't.
No?
I'm going to reload, see if that lets me.
Let's see. Let me go back to edit.
You have to give people permissions.
Yep. It is. Let me do it. Let me exit. And then if I, there we go. See if you can do it now. There you go.
Yep, now it's letting me.
Yep. Into the ocean he goes.
Oh God.
He needs a bath.
After our time on the road, I'm pretty sure all of us do.
Yeah.
I got prestidigitation. This come to me. Might cost you 1 gold coin.
I just see you putting a sign up.
Sorry, but I think they'll stick to bathing.
You put a sign up. I will bathe you without touching you. 1 gold.
Does this part of the town just have a bank? Can we be like, hey, give us some gold?
Not in this place, no.
Oh well.
Okay.
Hello, random citizen. In the name of the king, give us gold.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The sigil that you were given deteriorates into your hand, whoever was holding it.
Yep, I'm deleting it from my inventory. Now the boy is the eyes and ears for the prince.
Technically, the sigil never had that kind of a power, but just saying.
Yeah, it was just a mark of authority, or who we were in the service of at the moment, technically.
It's a temporary
Any
mark.
magic? Yeah, okay.
But if you wanted to find out more information, you do have someone to speak to. But it'd be the person who has the sigil that would see that this happened.
Yeah, Viola had it originally, but yeah, but we were tossing it around as we were going to different places for purchases, so fair enough.
All right, then. So is everybody here and ready to take off to our week away destination?
I'm ready.
Yep.
Yes.
That's 4.
Yeah, I have no idea who we're waiting on.
Right. Yeah, nah, that was me. Yeah, so that'll be yes.
Okay, that's all of us.
Okay. Let's see. Who is sitting where with whom? Doing what?
Well, I'll sit in the front and steer.
I'll sit in the back and
Unless
try.
anyone else wants to do it.
No. Yeah, I'll sit in the back and kind of like get food prepped for meals throughout the day.
Much appreciated.
Viola has wisdom, so she'll be our lookout to start with.
Yeah, I sit in the back and try to get Heathen to teach me some Draconic.
How will you ask him about that?
So, why is Axum? Man, I know why I'm breaking out right now. Axiom can teach me some Draconic, most because I just want to learn the language, and also it should be pretty useful here.
He looks at you, his head tilted a bit. You want me to do something for you when you couldn't even ask me my name?
Oh my god, you're still hung up on that?
It's been 2 hours. Why would I not?
That was like 2 hours ago. That was 2 hours ago, me. I'm a completely different person now.
He scoffs and moves closer to Viola, looking out at the desert with her. He's done with you today.
Fine. Keep your language.
Might have been a better idea to ask one of the party members that actually knows Draconic instead of ask the person you've already made a bad impression with.
Just
It'd be a chance for bonding.
Well, I want to try to get to know him better, but since you want to be like that, why don't you teach me something?
I'm busy driving.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because you're driving.
Oh, shit. Just like someone teach me. No.
Well, while we're camped, when on the different evenings, I'll go ahead and start teaching him. But while I'm driving, that sounds like a bad idea because I need to pay attention and make sure we're actually going to where we said we are going to.
Yeah, that's logical.
It will take you roughly 1 week, so long as there's no major stops or inconveniences, to get to the spot listed on the map.
Well, are there any major inconveniences or stops?
Well, since you asked, roll a
Or any
d20.
issues?
Can I do it since I'm watching it? Are we doing one for each day, or?
You're gonna do one for each day. Yeah, that one's great. While you are driving, you kind of see that the camels and the horse itself are a bit alert, but nothing really out of normal. It's just they're kind of like on edge.
I inform Viola, since she's the one who's keeping an eye out. The animals seem on edge. Might be nothing, but no guarantee that it's not.
Viola scratches her head. I'm not I'm familiar with another desert, but this continent in particular. Heathen, are you still awake?
Yes. What do you need?
Do you know of any creatures or dangers in the desert, particularly this desert, we should be wary of?
The desert itself. It will kill you. He says that matter-of-factly.
Due to the sun and the dangers of getting lost?
And incompetence. You don't look that incompetent, are you?
Of course not. We can rely on each other out here.
Then I don't think this should kill you. He put emphasis on the word this.
You listened to most of our conversation in the royal chamber. Is there something aside from the dragons you think is likely to be a major obstacle?
He looks to you. Give me a perception.
All right, I was on my spells.
No, that's not a spell.
That's the wrong check. There we go. Oh, no.
He just looks at you, straight face. If there is, you'll find out.
Okay.
I was really hoping you would have gotten
twitching
that.
a bit. Okay. Viola goes back to watching the dunes.
The first day will go without a hitch, really. I even made a map for this because I'm going to use it later. It's the same map as before. Fuck yeah, because I am not going to just reuse, or I'm going to reuse shit.
Nope, you said you're not.
Go, fight me, bitch. Who will take first watch? Who's doing what?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
Fourth.
And Viola will sleep through the night since she did part of the watch yesterday.
And who's cooking food?
I am.
And I will help with magic. Prestidigitation. Now the chicken tastes like duck.
He then will watch you as you cook, interested.
Okay. All right. Just as an FYI, make sure that everybody's aware. As a part of a short rest, I can cook special food that gives 4+ my proficiency bonus for added to their hit dice checks if at any point you make a hit dice check.
Words.
So I can do up to 6 people, and they get a D8 of extra hit points if they spend a hit die.
Cool.
And then in the morning, you basically get one of those in the morning that equals 2 hit points for healing. It lasts for 1 day that you can just kind of eat as a treat.
Is it temp hit points or actual
temporary.
HP restoration? Okay.
No, it's temp. But at the very least, it gets you off the ground if you're dying.
Yeah, we haven't had that yet, have we?
I haven't died. Unconscious, but never death.
We shall see.
He got close.
That was just so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's immotorized as a video, so we'll never forget it.
I'm just glad someone took the time to use the healing spell to stabilize you before you rolled too many death saves, because our rolls were not going well.
Oh, no, they weren't.
Session 1 and 3 people die. No. When you hand Heathen some of the food, he eats like he's been starved. And if
I
you
will
try
note
to
that.
touch him, he will growl at you.
Oh, calm down, little man. Seriously. Think someone's gonna take it?
He ignores you. Specifically you.
Okay. Out of character, does anyone have good berry?
I don't think anyone
I
took
don't
that.
have it.
Okay.
I don't have it prepared today, and I wasn't planning to prepare it tomorrow morning.
That's fine. Just weighing my options because we might be able to, buy this kid's goodwill with a few good berries.
Here, eat this, be my friend.
I know, just at the very least get us on level playing field instead of snarky,
Hey, I've
derision.
been nice to him and he's been nice to me.
Wait,
well,
I'm him?
No, gonna feed him.
And he wasn't really snarky with Viola, just kind of blank or matter of fact. Though she's also in deep water with not asking his name.
I asked his name almost immediately.
No, I meant with Viola and the other two.
He apologized, but mostly apologized for the language thing, because he made a good point.
Just talking another language he doesn't know. Yeah, this is going to be a great trip.
So what did you end up cooking? Just rations or meat, bread,
Basically,
pastries?
I'm basically making like travel gruel in a sense with meat, trail rations of bread, stuff like that. Anything dried. Basically, I turn it into a stew.
Neat.
Admittedly, I have had worse. Much worse.
Cornelius, roll performance.
Performance. Okay.
You can suggest something else if it's for cooking.
Is that what this is for?
Yep.
Performance. Okay. Can I do survival instead?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty damn good. That's why he's growling at you.
Oh, I should have picked up one of the magic spice pouches. That would have been helpful. Oh well.
I can just cast whatever spice we want to put on there.
That is a good point.
Magic.
Can you imagine the flavor changing as it
growls.
wears off mid-bite?
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it to little man. I'll make one his bites taste like a fart, and then change it back to normal.
Okay, so for the first person, how are y'all going to be sleeping? The setup. I've got reasons.
Well, there's 5 tents, and I say just stick Heathen in one of the tents and swap out tents when we swap out watch.
In doing so, he will wait and to see who goes into which tent before going inside.
Viola is setting up her tent behind the cart so that if the camels go crazy, they won't run towards her tent.
Mm.
I mean, they're probably not hooked up anymore, but that was my logic.
I also make sure to tie the leads of the camels so that they don't run off, or if they do, they tear whatever they're tied to out of the ground and leave a really obvious trail.
You can just tie them straight to the cart itself, because carts have those like little simple brake mechanisms, which is just a block of wood.
Okay.
All right.
So who's taking first
Before
watch?
I begin,
Oh, go ahead.
that would be me, Athreos. And before I actually begin my watch, I will make sure to feed the horse and the camels, or that the camels and horse have been fed.
Did anyone feed them?
Not that anyone has said, but
Then
I'm
you
feeding them now, I guess.
roll me an animal handling.
Okay. Animal handling.
They take the food, but the camels snap at you.
I just kind of sigh and take a seat by the fire as I begin my watch.
Okay. Roll a perception. Love it. Okay, so it's probably like an hour after everyone's kind of conked out. You know, you're stoking the fire, whatever. You see the one that Heathen's sleeping in kind of move a little, shift, and he pokes his head out, kind of just glancing around. Do you say anything, or do you continue to watch?
I continue my watch, but I do wave to him to acknowledge that, hey, I see you.
He will look at you for a moment to be like, yeah, I see you. Go over to where Ark's tent is, turn away from it, being on all hands and feet, and start kicking dirt into his tent.
Into his what?
Into the tent itself. He is currently trying to bury him alive. You know, where you use your hands as shovels and kind of like underneath you, scoop it into the tent. You're using your feet to like brace you.
Like my
While
tent?
trying to suppress. Okay.
And he's going to
While
make like a
trying to
good dent
suppress
in the ground. He wants sand in this entire tent.
If I find out.
And unless you stop him, he'll do this for a good like 20 minutes before he just kind of like kind of wipes himself off any sand that got on him and goes back to his tent and actually finally goes to sleep.
Well, so long as he doesn't go too overboard, like make the tent collapse or
No, it's just basically
anything
everything
like
that's
that.
in there is going to have sand in it now. You're going to find sand in your crack for like a week now.
Am I?
I just kind of mumble to myself, hopefully that gets the sourness out of his system when it comes to those two. I really don't want to deal with the quarrel the entire trip.
No, just made it work. If I find this out, if I find out who did it, they're going to pay for this.
And with that, your night of watching ends with no other problems.
All right, then. Who's next in watch?
I was next.
I being which
Cornelius.
character?
Cornelius.
Okay. Well, as soon as my watch comes to an end, I will shake Cornelius awake, let him know that there were no major issues and nothing suspicious going on, and let him take his watch.
Okay, are you going to inform me as to exactly what happened?
Oh, no, I tell you basically word for word of what I just said.
Okay.
No major issues, nothing suspicious happened. Didn't really hear any wild animals that I could tell, and just swap out watch with you.
Okay. So I am completely unaware of the dirt incident. Got it.
Yeah, unless you walk by his tent and possibly trip in the hole, you'll never know what happened. Because it's not on the outside, it directly went inside.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna take my position, keep watch.
Yeah, so roll for perception.
11.
Again, Heathen's tent will kind of shift a little. You can see that the shifting is not hard for anyone to see it unless you're literally blind. He pokes his head out to see who's next on watch, and he kind of locks eyes with you for a moment.
He doesn't say anything.
No, he just looks at you. He wanted to see who was next on watch.
Okay.
Do you say anything?
So, he pokes his head out. I might like gesture for him to like, come on over, and I'll have the treat I made for myself, and just kind of like want it.
He sniffs at the air, realizing what you have, and he will come over with a bit of a trot. You can tell he is very food motivated.
Okay. So,
he is also looking around as if searching for something.
Okay, so when he gets close enough, I'll hand it over to him.
He will take it.
And I'll be like, looking for something in particular?
The pot you cooked in.
Oh, I mean, the pot's over there, but I already did the dishes. So, there's nothing really left in it. I could always try to save the pot for you tomorrow morning after breakfast.
You will hear his stomach growl.
You know what? I'll try to get you a little extra in the morning. Sounds like you could use a little extra in your belly.
I don't eat often. I'm not allowed to.
Well, thankfully, we're a different kind of people. We eat 3 meals a day, and so you're going to get 3 meals a day.
You're also being used, but I'm not supposed to tell you that.
Well, we already figured that out before we even left the castle. So if you want to elaborate as to exactly how we're being used, I'd love to hear it. If not, that's okay.
Make a
it's up to you.
Persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion advantage. 13.
You may have passed a 12, and usually 12 was always my break it. He will, with the snacking hand, he's not going to sit directly next to you, but a little away, but still enough to like keep you make any kind of movement, he will quickly notice it. And he kind of mumbles a little bit while eating, but it's still enough that you can understand. And he explains that it's not just the prince, but he is
it the
main one.
Is it the princess as well?
The princess knows nothing. She's always kept in the dark, just as much as their father, though he knows the least.
Would you be willing to tell me who the other person is then? Or do you happen to know who they are?
Not a person.
Not a person. Okay.
He finishes the snack and starts looking at his hands to get all the crumbs.
Okay. Is it the watchful dragon over the castle?
They are not permitted to get involved due to the law.
Ah. So it's not the dragon. Is it the thing that lives in the canyon?
There are more than one thing there.
Well, we kind of figured.
They are also not allowed due to the dragon law.
Okay.
Dragons have their laws while royalty and others have their law. Unless they want another war, you abide by the laws. Everyone in this continent knows that. So it is not information I am not allowed to tell you.
Well, I'll kind of like rummage in my backpack and pull out a piece of paper and an ink pen. Could you give me just the bare notes of the laws, that way that we don't offend anyone?
He will kind of get on his knees to watch you write, not something that he's seen often due to his level of, his role in the castle, basically. He's not a high enough rank. You know what I mean? The dragons have their law. The humanoids have their law, being royalty or commoner, and the church has their law.
Okay. That would be the Church of the Dragon God, correct?
He kind of stutters for a moment, biting his lip before looking away, saying, no. And that's when you see on his chest like a zap, and he falls back.
So I'll rush and
he is now unconscious.
I'll pick him up and examine him.
There's a bit of a singe on his chest where a mark was hidden from his clothing. You could probably make a guess, being that you work with potions, be a basic magic guess.
Okay. Okay. Could I roll Arcana to pinpoint specifically?
Yes.
Okay. Arcana. 8.
You know that it's a type of mark that can be used. You just don't know what it is, but you know he's alive. You can tell that just because he's breathing.
Okay. I will.
The mark
pull
will
my
also
herbal...
then fade after a bit, but the burntness is still there.
Okay. I'll pull my herbalism kit and tend to the wound.
Okay. You'll have to treat just minor burn marks. Nothing internal, just simple salve will work.
Okay.
You can roll a intelligence to figure out why that was triggered.
Okay. Save or just straight intelligence?
Just straight.
12.
He said something he shouldn't have. As a result, you can comprehend that whatever the sigil you saw on him, the mark, is stopping him from saying things that he shouldn't. Though you still don't know what the mark was, you can easily tell that they're kind of somehow related.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to make a note of what happened, circumstances, and all of that, so that when everybody is awake in the morning, I can relay it to everybody.
Like I said, this is going to be more of like a lore RP drop because fighting's going to come soon. I just need to give y'all a lot of lore first.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be basically what I'm going to tell everybody as I'm making breakfast is, hey, we need to be careful about what we ask him, lest he, be knocked unconscious again.
What'd you do to the kid?
It's like, I didn't do anything. I was asking him some questions. He said something he wasn't supposed to, and some brand zapped him. I tend to do his wounds. I set him aside so that he could, recuperate.
But the child will be basically unconscious for the rest of the night. No more shenanigans.
Okay.
And there's also no lingering damage. This wasn't like, plot twist info. And you could also see that he was nervous before telling you something. He was trying to see what was good and bad, like pros and cons of telling you. Could he say this? But this is all simple, like cues you could easily pick up on the intelligence.
Okay.
What will you do with Heathen and for the rest of the watch? You have about, what, maybe an hour left after tending to him, the talking?
Well, he was sleeping
He had his own tent.
He has his own tent. Okay, so I'll just kind of put him back in his own tent, kind of tuck him in a little bit, then go back to where I was taking my watch.
Okay. The rest of the watch will go pretty good. Who is the third and final watch?
That's me.
Okay. You will have to work up the bird brain. The birdie.
Okay. So I'm going to go over to the tent and you rap on the tent. Does that wake him?
You say that, and then there's a knock at my front door, bruh.
I'm
I
magic.
don't know, Silver, are you a heavy sleeper, or will a shaking of the tent wake you up?
I would say shaking would wake her up, yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's time for your watch. There's something I'm going to need to tell everybody in the morning, but it's nothing of concern at the moment.
Where's my money, bitch?
She's one of the...
Sorry. Go ahead. Neighbor showed up. Yeah, I will need you to roll for perception when it's your time to, unless you want to do something first.
No, I'll just go ahead and go straight for the perception.
Okay.
14.
Yeah, I'll say that you looking around notice that for some reason there is a hole in front of Arcus's tent. It wasn't there earlier when you went to sleep.
She quickly just walks over to it and actually just uses an investigation check to see if she can determine anything about the hole, since it wasn't there before.
Okay.
8.
You can see finger marks, like digging into the sand, and you can see it trailing inside of his tent, but that's about it. It's just a dug hole.
She decides that she'll actually just leave it for now and actually ask about it in the morning and then go back to her watch.
Okay, nothing else happens. And everyone will wake up except for Heathen right away.
Okay.
Only one covered in dirt.
All right. Who's the joker that put third in my tent?
As you walk outside of the tent, I need you to roll either athletics or acrobatics. Save. Okay, you do not trip. In fact, you actually walk over the hole, not even noticing the hole itself. And there's your crit. You're never going to get another one.
Because I swear to the gods that you will not be eating good. Seriously, next thing you will eat will taste like boogers, or barf, or rotten eggs. Really how I'm feeling.
Your pockets are just stuffed with sand. It's everywhere. Like if you fall at the beach after being in the water, it's fucking everywhere. You can even feel it in your mouth. Gritty.
Seriously. Who did it?
Anyone else?
Thing is, though, I didn't hear him. I will go and make sure that the camels and the horse get water for first thing in the morning and food, and then go to sit at the tent. Or not the tent, but where we put the fire for breakfast.
Roll animal handling.
Please be nice to me this time. Please be nice to me this time. Yay!
The horse kind of like, you know how like a cat butts at you to get a head pat?
Mm-hmm.
Horses do the same thing. It kind of butted
Worked
at
with
you to get
horses
a
a
head
little bit
pat.
before.
And I only know that because my
I
mom
will
had
say that.
horses as I was a child, so I've seen it.
Yeah, my sister, as well as I, and a few other people I know have worked at a ranch.
Oh, the horse hated
So I've
me,
got some
apparently.
experience with horses.
Being a kid, it was jealous that I was getting attention from my mom, so it tried to bite me. Of course, I'm oblivious to the whole thing. I'm just like brushing the legs because I'm doing my part of helping. It tries to bite at my head, and I'm looking around like, why are you yelling at the horse? What'd it do?
All right.
Well,
So
after I take care of the animals, I go by the fire.
okay. So after everybody wakes up and I'm finishing up breakfast, I'm gonna explain to everybody that I had a one-on-one talk with Ethan and about what happened.
Can I try and heal him and wake him up then, or is there something more concerning to talk about? Because being unconscious like that is not good under the desert sun.
Well, I tended to his wound, so he might just need to be woken up.
Keo, can we assume that he got a long rest?
Oh yeah, he got a long rest. He's just sleeping a little more because he didn't go to sleep right away like everyone else did, given his shenanigans. And then the shock itself was to his whole system. So it was just him getting a full night's sleep. So he's gonna be a little later than everyone else who got a full sleep.
Huh. Okay then. Viola's gonna thank. I'm sorry, I don't recognize everyone's voices yet. Whoever told that tale,
That was
and then
Cornelius.
Cornelius. Sorry about that. And then prepare her spells while we're waiting for breakfast. Just piecing together what she can use from the energies beneath this land, and taking a bit of a drink off the top to wake herself up some more from those energies.
Cornelius, what are you cooking?
Being that it's morning, probably something akin to like a porridge.
Roll for it.
18.
The sweet scent of porridge, unless you're making it savory, that's your choice, makes a tint. The last one stir. A head will pop
Okay.
out and
Woke
look
him up.
directly at you.
Real quick, while the porridge is being made, I'm going to drink from the decanter of endless coffee. And it wasn't a 1, so I do get coffee.
I want you to roll a performance.
Me?
Yes. Or survival, your choice.
Performance or survival?
Yeah.
Why?
For reasons.
Okay.
That cup of coffee you have has just a bit more caffeine than you were expecting.
Eyes widen a little bit as I kind of feel that caffeine energy surge. Like, some good coffee. Definitely some good coffee.
It's not energy
Ask if
drink
anybody else
bad,
wants
but
coffee.
it's got a kick.
I ask if anybody else wants some.
No,
During
I'm
this,
good.
yeah, I'm cleaning my tent by rapidly casting prestidigitation over and over again.
At least it's a cantrip, so you can cast it infinitely.
Yola will ask. It's bean water? It's coffee, huh?
Do you want to try some and see if you like it?
I'll see how you feel after a day of drinking the magical liquid first. Maybe tomorrow, then.
Viola, has she ever had
All right.
caffeine before?
Viola, you ever had caffeine before? No.
Okay, great. Anyway,
Well, I
Eden
used
is
to drink
gonna
coffee every day when I was training, so
Eden's gonna pop over and sit beside Cornelius.
Okay.
He is
I'll
known
give.
now as the food man.
Okay. I'll give him his portion.
He is eating a bit slower than before, kind of taking his time.
Okay.
You're never going to get to the site at this rate.
I make my way to the fire and also start eating the food.
well, it's still really early morning, so
Our mornings usually start at 4 a.m. If you don't have your basic routes done before daylight, you don't get food. As he's taking like a big spoonful, just shoving it in his mouth.
maybe what you're used to, but we're not nearly so callous.
Yes. We're also going to be traveling mostly, so it's fine.
Is it callous when everyone is treated the same, depending on your rank?
Depends on the treatment.
He just finishes eating, doesn't comment. Anything you want to do before you head on day 2?
Yeah, ask the people who want to watch if they saw anything last night.
I saw the fire do quite a bit. Burn.
You saw nothing.
He saw a fire.
I just told you exactly what I saw.
Well, all right then.
I dreamt about our camels getting scared by a giant fish, but I guess I didn't see that.
All right then. Okay.
I didn't know how to react to that.
I guess I could just
I
say.
also saw a hole in front of your tent for some reason.
Do you see anything, a creature of some sort that could have dug that hole?
Did I roll deception?
Yes, you can.
Can I anti-roll against that?
You're gonna have to roll an insight. Yeah, you believe him.
So now you guys saw the thing that dug a hole in front of my tent.
Heaton's gonna speak up. Maybe you were just sleepwalking and dug the hole yourself. Seemed like the type. As he finishes his bowl.
Did you see anything? You seem like the type of person that will, I don't know, look around at night.
Of course I see things. I was on watch with Viola in the cart.
So did you see what dug the hole?
No.
Can I do insight on that?
I'm going to roll a d20. Roll an insight. Oh, he's lying.
Huh. Right.
He's full of shit. He just
I'll remember
shrugs,
that.
licking the spoon and even the bowl.
Just I hope you're gonna enjoy your next meal, as I say as I walk away, giving him a savage grin.
He speaks under his breath, but Cornelius, being right next to him, will hear it. Threats won't get you far in life.
Oh, it's not a threat.
Oh, you wouldn't hear this.
Ah, okay.
Cornelius would.
Cornelius will kind of, yeah, Cornelius is going to like lean over a little bit. You get much farther by being nicer to people than doing this. Believe me, we're not your enemy. We don't want to be your enemy.
He will look you straight in the eyes. I'm just a pawn to be used, and I'm nice to you because you feed me. Once this is over and I go back to hell, this will be nothing but a distant memory. He will put this bowl down and walk away.
Chris is gonna go, is it like to himself, is there like a fantasy equivalent of a psychologist this kid could see? Because goodness gracious.
Oh, I love this game. Okay, anything else you're going to do before you go on the trip?
Nope.
No.
Okay, who's driving and who's keeping watch?
Well,
I guess
well,
I'll.
I drove yesterday, so if nobody else wants to, I can do so again today.
And who's keeping watch?
Anybody?
I guess I'll watch. I'm not doing anything.
Okay. The trip takes off. I need you to roll a perception.
Which one of us, the watcher or the driver?
The watcher.
Okay.
12. You hit it, you breathe. Okay. Yeah, you noticed that the horse, since you know you're probably towards the back, is again on edge, and you don't see any actual like reason for it. It's not trying to get away, but you can see it's finicky, if that's the word I'm looking for.
Should I roll to see if I can see anything from the front?
You can. You see that the camels are also on edge.
That was strange. I think this force probably.
Oh, no, this is just the map to use. You're completely in the desert. Like, this is just straight up desert.
Well, as we go, I will keep my eyes open beyond just making sure we are going the right direction.
Okay, someone roll a d20. Ooh. Yeah, can't take your 14, fuck you.
Sorry, I had already clicked and it was just loading when I saw the 17 pop up.
For a moment, I'm gonna say maybe mother. Oh, say for 2-3 seconds max, you all feel a sudden rumble. It startles the animals and they kind of rear up. I need the driver to make an animal handling to get them not to take off. Yeah.
Damn.
You're able to hold them and get them to calm down. But as soon as it happened, it stopped.
Think we got something subterranean? I asked the rest of the group.
Most likely.
Yeah, and if it's something that big to cause that kind of a rumble, I don't necessarily want to meet it right now.
Hope it's not a worm. Hate worms. Big worms.
If we kill it, chop it up, it's plenty of bait for fishing.
Heathen will smirk and go close to Arcus, but worms like you, especially when you're dead.
Okay, let's not
Get
use
away from
any
me.
comments like that.
Well, he's not wrong. Everybody's equal in the grave. Unless they're Ash.
Okay, yes, very helpful. But let's focus on not getting attacked. Look, let's look at the map. If there's a settlement closer, it's a place that isn't regularly attacked by worms or sand creatures.
You look at the map and see nothing written about anything subterranean.
Are there any smaller villages before the place we're going to?
There are some small oasi. There are some little towns sporadically here and there. If you go to the nearest town, it'd be another day added to your trip. But the closest would be one of the oases.
Okay. Viola communicates that to everyone based on what she knows of the area and the map.
I look back, well, the sooner this is over and done with, honestly, the better. But I'll leave the decision to y'all.
Yeah, let's just get to the closer place.
Yeah.
We can change our plans if we run into something unusual or if we lose our cart then. But for now, yes, let's make haste.
Let's make
we're
haste.
heading
Just
to
keep
the
our
oasis.
weapons at the ready. No. Back to the town we're going to. The 120 days,
Okay,
a week
just
away.
straight to the town we're going to.
Yeah.
I look at a heathen. Hey little man, do you actually have any idea what that thing was?
Roll an insight. He shakes his head. No. And you believe him.
Wow, you aren't really that useful right now, are you?
I'm not the one covered in sand, am I?
Well, I'm the one with magic. I can just cast all the sand off.
Okay, the day will go off. You're getting closer. We're going to do a time skip unless there's anything else you wanted to do at night.
At the end of the day, if we don't run into a fight, Viola's just going to refill one of the waters we've been draining with her create water spell. But that's it.
I need everyone to remove 1 week's worth of food. And I'm not going to worry about water since, you're going to refill it. I don't think you have a spell to create food, so remove 1 week's worth.
Do my
What would that
lessons
be?
to who was it who wanted to learn Draconic?
I do.
And that's Astrum, right?
Yep.
Okay. How do my lessons to Astrum go in teaching him Draconic?
I want you to roll. How many nights are you going to do it?
Basically every night that we don't have something else going on, which I'm guessing is every night for the week.
Besides the first night, roll 6 performances.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm gonna say for 3 nights he really does catch on, but it's still not enough for him yet to understand the bases like he was asking for. Because that's like just a few hours per night. It's not a full day worth.
Yeah.
Maybe if he had a few more nights where he could understand better, he would get the basics. But
All
he
right,
has
then, so long
3
as
out of
we
7,
have.
I would say.
All right, then, so long as we have time at different points, I will continue attempting to teach him Draconic.
And I
And out
profusely
of
thank you.
curiosity, And out of curiosity, one of the mornings I'll ask what languages everybody knows.
Does anyone tell him?
Yeah, I know Common, Undercommon, Elfish, Dwarvish, and Celestial.
Basically,
Yeah,
all
I
the
have
ones that don't matter.
Common, Elvish, and Dwarven.
All right.
Elvish and
Then-
Halfling.
And
Only
it may
common
be a good idea for all of us to just teach each other all the languages we know. That way, anything happens pertaining to those languages, all of us can understand and keep up.
Well, I asked about it because I'm pretty good at picking up languages. I don't know about the other guys.
It will take you quite some time to learn. This is due to his background that Arcus or no, I got the name. Arcus is able to learn basics of it. It is not enough for him to be like, oh, I'm gonna go to this random person and have a full conversation. But he could understand, oh, that person just said something that offended that person, or oh, they're flirting with, really basics to understand and communicate. You need to know where the crapper is, you can get that across.
Like caveman speaking?
Well, I mean, it's a little more than just grunting and groaning, but yeah. I mean,
Well,
you
still, it'd be a
understand when
good
someone's
idea
pissed at you.
too. Well, it'd still be a good idea to at least get everybody a basic understanding. Sure, it'll take for freaking ever, but no doubt it'll pay off at some point.
Now it is time for me to feed the cats, so I will call this a break time. We have 5-10 minutes, so go get your snacks, go get your whatever. Be back in 5 to 10.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
roll call.
I'm here.
Yep.
Yo.
3. And we're just missing 1. Let's see. I'm just waiting on 1. Once he's back, we'll do our thing. I will also be describing what Heathen looks like, since that was never done. Get rid of this. When you're done, will you come here? What? Are you still on the phone? It looks that way, though. I don't know, I'm blind. What? Will you dump this and then split the ones that are still in that container so we can throw that away? I'll take the one that's covered in the ice and you take the other one. Oh. Because I already got 4. Okay, so what am I bringing you? What you're going to do is take this, empty it. Okay. Because, stuff. Yeah, okay. Go to the big container and you get me the one with the ice and you have the other one. I already ate my lemon. No. We split that. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Those other 2 were yours. Yes, they were. No. We will split it 50-50. We'll see. I'll shove it down your fucking throat when you're sleeping. Oh, you're back. I'm gonna say yes because I heard the little chime. Anyway, so I have not introduced how Heathen looks. You can tell from the picture already that he is a dark skin male, about 11, 12. Though due to his malnutrition, he looks more like an 8-year-old. He's tall enough to be a 12-year-old, but his frame and everything, he's small. He has golden eyes, dark hair, and he has pointy ears, so you can tell he's not human. But you also don't know what he is. He can speak both Common and Draconic, since that is common in these lands. He has shackles on his wrists, ankles, and around his neck. Other than the bare minimum clothing he was given and, like minimal sandals, he had a very simplistic backpack, which he has not shared or, gone into. And for the most part, it seems that he is relying on the party to keep him not only safe, but fed.
Hey.
Our sad little boy. Okay, is everyone ready?
Yep.
That's Rios is.
The party will meet up to the first place that was marked on the map, or at least that was pointed to. When you arrive to this group, it looks like a small little, somewhat settlement. It's not, it's temporary. You can tell that it's temporary. There are, let's see, the land around is somewhat scorched. It's not the whole land, it's a little bit here, a little bit there. There was a fight. There are 2 small dragons dead, several people dead, and a few stragglers tending to their wounds. The dragons themselves seem to have been processed. The bodies of the people are wrapped in linen, and there are holes that have been somewhat dug, most likely for the party, or, for the party that died. What do you do?
I think we're in the right place.
I didn't want to have to edit the map, so I'm just putting it up there as this is it. No! Why both? Okay. Thank you. God, I hate you. I love you. Go away. Anyway.
It sounds like the mixed signals a cat gives. I hate you. Now pet me. I love you. Now go away.
Don't touch my belly. You get 3 pats. That's it. After 3, I'm going to fucking hurt you.
Pretty much.
Anyway, Heathen is going to poke his head out of the, my brain, cart as he sees this destruction ahead of him. What are y'all going to do after seeing this unfolded drama?
I pull the cart up next to where people seem to be parking their wagons and carts, in kind of a little nook, probably over here, not in the way.
We'll put Heathen over there as a little mark.
All right. And stop the cart, inform everyone we're here, and hop down, look at Viola, and ask her if she remembers what the princess looks like and if she can point her out, since she's supposed to be our contact here.
Yes. We may end up being here for more than a day or so if she was traveling here from a different direction, but I don't know what sort of magical resources she'd have on hand to do that. But yes, I can tell you what she looks like, the gear she seems to wear when she's ignoring noble royal duties. And Viola will describe her traveling outfit and what she looks like, her race, stuff like that.
All right. In the meantime, could we see if they've got rations to spare that we could maybe buy off of them to keep our stock up?
There are roughly maybe 4 or 5 people left. Most of their stuff is burnt, destroyed. They have maybe 1 or 2 carts that are usable, a little bit of stock. It's not as good as the picture shows, I'm just saying. I couldn't find a picture offhand that would show the devastation.
Can I ask them what happened here?
Are you going to ask one of the random hurt people?
Yeah, I'll just ask one of the random guys.
Yeah. One of them, well, what do you ask exactly? Bro, what happened?
Yeah, like what happened here and why is a lot of people dead or injured?
One of them will tell you that there was a fight between the dragons and the party here. They had hired some mercenaries to help them with the cargo. It did not work. They are the last survivings of this small caravan. They are smaller than the normal caravan size, so they figured they would not be targeted, but they were.
Why were you targeted?
Let me see if I have this written down yet. Hold on. Nope. He shrugs. They started it, we finished it.
I go up to one of the survivors and ask them if they need any help burying their dead.
They would appreciate it. With how wounded they are right now, they're making somewhat progress, but it's been at least over a week, so there's a stench from the dead bodies and whatnot.
A week?
All right,
Burying
then.
dead bodies?
I'll use
No,
a
it's been over a
simple
week.
cloth to. I'll use a simple cloth to cover my mouth as I help to dig the graves and bury the dead.
Are you going to directly touch the bodies?
Huh?
Are you going to directly touch the covered bodies to be buried?
I'm going to ask if there's any way to avoid that, like if they have some sort of leader or something that the bodies can be moved on to.
The most you can do is just bury
graves.
them. They don't really have the supplies to bring them home. So the most you could do is bury and make a prayer.
All right, then.
If you are going to be moving the bodies, I need you to roll a con save.
I am wearing gauntlets, if that makes any difference.
That does not.
I'll help.
If you're going to be helping move the bodies, you also need to roll a con save.
I rolled an 11. Oh wait, that wasn't the save. That was just a regular Constitution roll. That's the save.
Okay, Arcus, you don't feel so good, but you're gonna shake it off because it's the heat. For now.
And what about Athreos? Me?
Oh no, you're good. You might use like the back of your arm to wipe some sweat off you, but you feel fine. A little tired from the heat, but nothing major.
All right then. Once they're dead or buried, I ask if there's anything else I can do to help them, because they obviously aren't in very good straits.
They tell you that if there's a way that you have for healing, that would help because they really want to get home with what supplies they have left. This was a bust, so they've lost money on this since most of their cargo has been destroyed. They have enough just to pull the 2 carts and what little bits in their things to be sold at home. But they're making a loss during this one.
All right, I will ask among the party for anybody that has some skill in healing to help take care of the injured before they go on their way.
I have sort of skill in healing.
The time when you wish you had a cleric.
I'm good enough.
Yeah, I have a healer's kit that I can use.
There are, I believe I said 7 people. Using a healer's kit, you can give them the basics of healing. But if they have anything like disease, anything internal, broken, you can just do the basic. But again, they're
Okay.
asking for anything.
Healer kit it is.
Viola will try and find the largest, strongest guys or girls who are injured, and she's going to cast a healing word on them, and basically like try and make sure like they can carry all of their wounded out of here, even if it's a pain.
Okay.
And yeah, she'll use both of her spell slots on them.
Are we using magic?
All right.
You don't have to. I'm just saying Viola's following orders.
One's got bandages, one's got healing, the others are like, the fuck?
Fine, I'll use some magic. I use one of my charges of healing light.
I don't really have any way to help with healing, but
One of them says that you can help pack the cart since the main thing they didn't want to do was leave until the dead were buried. So they focus on healing and burying and not packing up their stuff.
all right, then I will help move any cargo that's still laying around and not in the carts into the carts.
Are you going to check out what's the cargo, or are you just going to load it?
I will try to do so while not making it obvious, because I don't want to be offensive and just like rip open the top of the boxes. What's in here? Okay.
Roll an investigation and a sleight of hand.
All right. Investigation. And there it is. I don't have any bonus, so let's see how this goes. Not good.
You're able
Sleight
to
of hand
check
went
out
better.
things without getting caught. You know, like, oh, this top of the box is a little crooked. I'm just seeing it, and blah blah blah. You're able to do that easily. However, you don't really understand what you're looking at. You see what you're looking at, you just don't get what it is. This doesn't look like normal cargo. But do you know what normal cargo is? Do you have information about transportation companies or caravans?
Well, like I said previously, my father was big in the Merchants Guild, and I learned quite a bit observing him and being involved with all that as well. So I would have quite a bit of information regarding that.
As far as you can tell, this doesn't look like normal cargo.
All right.
You
Can
can't
I
put your
just sort
thumb
of
on it, you know?
more or less memorize what it looks like? Can
You
I
can.
memorize what it looks like to share with the party later what I saw, see if they have any more insight?
What would you roll for memory? Or for
That's intelligence.
what would you roll for like how to describe?
Wisdom to remember it, and
We'll just do a wisdom roll. It's just, you know, for a quick like, oh, this is what it is in detail, the best you can say.
all right.
You can make like hey, it looks like this, but there are several items that could be described like this.
Okay.
You do your best, but you're just giving the gist of it. You know, you're not really getting too detailed because you don't know what the hell it is. And the way
Could I
you can
use a sleight
describe
of
it
hand roll
is
to see if I could like slip a piece of it, since it is a little strange, slip a little bit of
the cargo.
one of the pieces out
You're
and
not doing
like
another
pocket
sleight
it
of
without
hand
anybody noticing.
because you're trying to.
Do you have inspiration?
Do you have
I
any
don't think
inspirations?
I do.
Because I know I've only given out one per game so far.
I personally do not have any inspiration, but since I succeeded in my previous, can we just say that I don't manage to pull it off, though I don't end up making it?
You took one, but as soon as you went to put your hand back in there to get like another different looking thing, one of the people that were just recently healed, they weren't as hurt, comes over like, hey, unless you're buying, you're just here to help, aren't you?
Yeah.
Then keep your hands off of it unless you're buying.
Understood.
And they will now help you pack stuff because the person's keeping their eye on you now.
All right then.
Also, this
I
is
don't make
not
any more moves to
normal
do
for a
anything.
caravan. This is something you would know. Like, this is kind of sketch.
Yeah. So I know for certain these guys are acting very suspicious, and they're carrying something that does not seem regular, and
With
that's
multiple.
yeah. They're carrying things that most definitely do not seem like something that would normally be transported, so I'm going to intuit that there's a good chance what they're packing is either illegal or dangerous or both. So I'm not going to make any comments regarding it or say anything obvious.
The way that you were scolded, everyone here in the caravan is keeping an eye on you and the party now. They don't know why you're here. You don't look like a caravan or a traveling party, the normal type for this area, because you're a mishmash of people. Mishmash. So they're kind of skeptical on who you are, other than, oh, well, came here, you helped us, but now what?
All right, then. So cargo's loaded. People have been helped. What now?
Well, you still have the two dragon carcasses that had been processed to the best of their ability, and then you have two more marks on the map. Viola was unable to find the princess or anyone other than the caravan people. She is not here.
right.
What color are the dragons that were butchered?
You don't know. Anything of value other than the bones themselves, because they do not have room for the bones, has been processed.
Okay.
So all that's left is like some organs, some meat, the bones, anything that isn't what could be transported, like the scales, the claws, maybe the heart, the good stuff.
Could I do an Arcana to determine what kind of dragon, since they're inherently magical?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Can I do a religion to see if undead dragons are a problem around here?
Arcana, you can tell that they were young dragons, maybe a few years old, 10 tops. They were young, not babies, but they were young enough to not be smart.
Okay.
As for the religion, what are you rolling exactly for?
To see if undead dragons are a thing in the West.
I mean, you can. Roll with disadvantage for the undead. You're not versed in it.
Can heathen aid so it isn't at disadvantage?
He only knows basics, and unless he's being asked about it, he can't help. It's not known for undead in this area. It's a pretty scarce land. There's going to be normal animals, dragons, people, but nothing that you know of like graves and undead. That isn't known for this area. They do have graves, but they more or less have catacombs. So it's not going to be where, oh, this adventure party just happens upon a grave.
Okay. I'm going to ask one of the survivors what color the dragons were.
They tell you that one was red and one was brown. It seemed like the red looked brownish while the brown looked reddish, so they were probably siblings or related.
Red and brown.
But they're going to point to one and say that one did a lot of fire. So you can assume it was probably the red.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't match up. Okay.
I will go up to one of the...
You can go first. Like I said, I was going to ask about the princess.
I will ask one of the survivors if there's any spots they know of nearby or spotted where there might be wild game that we could hunt and replenish our rations.
They will throw you a couple small vermin that they've had for rations that were dried out, but explain that in the desert part itself, it's hard to find things. That's what they're here for, is for transporting goods. So unless you go to an actual village or a like a farming place specifically or an oasis, you're kind of screwed. You might be able to find a flying, maybe some small creatures, but it depends on how good you are for tracking and hunting.
All right.
So can I add 3 rations to the group inventory?
Yep.
By the way, we never ended up
dried
listing
meat.
how many. We never ended up listing how many rations were in the cart itself, because we all had our own rations, but there were also some rations in the cart.
Unless you bought more, there was enough for a week or so, given how many people there were in the first group. So there's like, what, 7? So yeah, there was enough for your whole party for like a week.
Okay, then should we just tally that off and not subtract from our individual rations instead?
I didn't say it had to be from your individual. It just had to be a week's worth for everyone.
All right.
So if you want to take it from the cart itself, that's fine. It just had to be a week's worth in total.
Yeah, I just didn't see it listed in the cart, which is what got me confused.
That was made afterwards for what you wanted to buy. So no one added the water and food that was already in it.
Okay.
There was a gallon of water that you got from the boat. And then I think there was another barrel from the cart itself, and then the week's worth of rations.
All right, then. So, I go back to the cart and... Oh, wait, wasn't someone going to ask?
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, Viola will go ahead and ask around if anyone matching the princess's description without saying her name or her royalty stuff was seen fighting the dragons or among the caravans.
They explained that they themselves had to fight and no one else really helped. This is also just matter of fact, it's not a lie or anything. And that's why so many people were killed. If they had help, maybe more people and supplies would have been saved. But it took so many people to die to slay just 2 small dragons, which is a miracle in itself.
But you said that, like, this was basically the tail end of a larger caravan and the rest of people who could have helped just went on ahead?
This is a smaller version of a caravan. Given how, if they were still alive, this isn't as big as a normal caravan would. And they chose to be a smaller caravan, hoping that the dragons wouldn't be as attracted, but they still were. And that was their also downfall because they didn't have as many people to fight. It's a double edge.
Okay. Do we know where these people are going to next?
Home, hopefully.
Which is...
You didn't ask.
Okay, Viola will ask, where can you hope to travel to? It seems like there's still a risk of another dragon attacking.
They're going to take out their own map, which is almost identical to yours, except yours has a little bit more details to it. And it was that one town that could have been an extra day added to your trip. It's about 2-3 days away from here. It's like a halfway mark between the main city and that town.
Okay. Well, after everybody's done asking their questions and all that, I'll sort of gesture for everybody to gather on the far side of the cart from where the survivors are. And
is it your cart?
yeah, our cart over here.
Roll a perception while you're getting people to come towards you. Yeah, you're fine. You don't hear anything.
Is anybody else going to roll perception?
I
Just
can.
me.
You hear rummaging in the cart.
I'm
I
always on the
will-
lookout.
21.
In our cart?
Yep.
So I'm going to pull my great club and look inside.
Cornelius, so far as the yep, Evan or Birdie, you both heard the rummaging in the cart. Everyone else is like, what's going on? What you need?
Right, so they've looked inside. Now what?
When you look inside, you see Heathen digging in some of your bags. He is currently eating.
Well, my bag is on me, so.
Well, I mean the bags in the cart.
Great.
What you're hearing is he's like moving this to the side, throwing that. That's useless to him. He's consuming some of your food. A good amount of food, I should say.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, slow down there, Chief. Like, that's for everybody. It's not just yours.
He looks up at you. Some of the food kind of like in between his teeth as he's chewing on it. There's more food out there, isn't there?
Like, in the world, yes. That we have access to, no.
He goes digging into the bag again.
Like, I said that you would get 3 meals a day. You don't have to steal.
He will poke his head back out. I'm not doing it secretively. You heard me, did you not?
Well, yes.
If I'm going to be used as a pawn, I'm going to eat.
We didn't ask you to come along. You were forced to come along. We are treating you with kindness. Can we work out something so that we don't have to look over our shoulder at either side? We are going to feed you. I have fed you every single day. I promise you will eat.
Do you want me to give it back?
Well, not the stuff that's already in your stomach, no. But you don't have to steal.
He will take the half-eaten food that was in his mouth and put it back in the bag.
Viola will grab that piece and say, "All right, thanks. Let's not get spit on the rest of the food, but I could use a snack."
It's like only half chewed. It's like a piece of jerky.
Yeah, she doesn't care, but she gets why they complain.
He will then plop down, sitting because he doesn't see a reason to be out the cart right now. He's not useful, and just kind of huff like fine.
You know, for someone who keeps complaining about being a pawn, sure I'm being as useful as one.
You're not telling me to do anything, true?
At least you can answer some questions.
You haven't asked any. And he's looking directly at you.
All right. Heathen, could you All right, Heathen, could you join us over here on the far side of the cart from everyone else real quick?
There's a bit of a
I
grumble
have
from
something
him,
I want to talk.
but he will pop out of the cart. He is stuffed. You can see that his stomach's kind of bulged out. Something that he's never shown before. So yeah, he's good.
Yeah, food.
Right then. Once everyone is over here, I will pull out what I managed to snatch from the box and ask if any of them recognize it.
I want everyone. No, Arcus doesn't have to roll. Everyone else will have to roll a probably an insight, I guess, to understand what it is.
I have proficiency in carpenter's tools and woodcarver's tools.
It's not
If
wood.
it is a building material,
It is not.
okay, then insight, I guess.
This is
unless it's
organic.
investigation.
You can do investigation if you want. Just whatever it
Lower
is to roll
bonus.
to like understand what this is.
Oh, thank goodness, a good roll.
Bird no understand.
Be right back. I gotta blow my nose.
Okay.
I will wait a moment.
So the last 6 days, has Heathen still been like ginger with where he was wounded, or does it seem like that's fully better? He's used to it, working while in pain or something.
He was a bit sensitive up until like the afternoon of the second day of the trip. But he didn't outwardly say anything.
Okay.
Cool.
You would have noticed the bandages on him since he doesn't have much clothes on other than the cloak you bought him and what he was with. So unless you actually asked him about it, he would not say anything nor show pain unless he, was bad.
Okay, so what did I miss?
Nothing, and we were waiting for you. When you pull it out, you notice it is a black crystal. This is a component for crafting, not wood, but like magic. And these are not common at all. Can you guess where I'm getting this from?
Are you talking about like a fictional series or a D&D thing?
A game.
Are they like scorched black?
Yep.
Is it glowing?
A little bit when you touch it, but if it's by itself, no. You can tell there's something inside.
Okay.
I mean, Cornelius, you don't know.
Yeah.
But when it's touched, there's a faint glow, like a purplish glow, but it's a completely blackened crystal. No. I don't think so.
When she touches it, I mean.
You can feel resonance, maybe. It is from Skyrim.
Is this from
it's a
Skyrim?
Soulstone. Yes.
Yeah, it's a black soul gem.
I can't help it. I love the game. So unless it does affect you, Viola, I don't know how a Soulstone would affect you.
She isn't eating it, she isn't casting on it, so it should be fine. It's just, this is probably why she rolled high on the insight check.
Yeah, you would know that there's a soul in it probably, or there's some kind of essence in it. You don't know what it's used for probably. Unless there are soul stones in the world. It's just, this is kind of black market stuff.
Okay, could I use my knowledge of the black market to know what this is?
Have you seen one before in the black market?
It's possible.
You delved deeper than Draken did, so there's a chance you could have even had rumor of it.
Okay.
It's your choice if you want to make the connection of what this is, but unless you've actually I want to look for this item in the black market, the most you'll hear is rumors of, this is what this item is, that's what that is.
Okay, so that would be my knowledge of magic and arcana.
Yeah, you can roll arcana with advantage.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I rolled
two
nat
ones.
God.
I'm sorry.
That's a 1 in 400.
Shit.
I'm sorry about this.
Yeah.
I need you to roll a 1d6.
Oh no.
You start thinking really, really deeply and give yourself a migraine. You take 4 psychic damage.
Ugh.
And that's only because you got a double nat. I'm sorry. That just.
Mm-hmm. You're real sorry.
Okay. I need to think on this for while we're traveling. I don't think we should stay here for very long at all, even if these people don't make these.
Wait, does Ashram know about this?
You would know that it's soul related, because you feel a connection to them. You're gonna have to roll an Arcana normal to know if you can figure out what the soul is. It's from the dragon.
Oh.
They straight up, you don't know if it's that original dragon. There's a dragon soul in that crystal.
Yeah, a whole dragon soul.
It's your choice if you want to tell them you know what's in it.
Yeah, I tell them. Depart my knowledge.
It might explain why the dragons attacked.
Should we confront them about this, or?
I mean, what do we say? Yeah, I should take dragon souls.
Okay, well,
Oh, go ahead.
It's not going to make much of a difference if we confront them about it. This is evidence of some awful chicanery. This is going to have to be something we're going to have to use against somebody at some point and confront them about it. These people are not probably high enough on the food chain to do that.
We could ask who their boss is, if not their supplier, because that would be more suspicious.
Fair.
I think that we're already getting a decent amount of attention. So after we meet up with our contact, we can go to the village we've discussed. Even if it is a good distance away now, we just have to work out food and if she has secondary information.
Well, did
Does
you
that sound
want to
like a
go
plan?
to the village or did you want to go to the next spot listed on the map?
That's the question, because, yeah.
I would say to the next spot listed on the map, but see if there's any village or pit stop or anywhere that we might get more food in between here and there, because I really don't want to run out of food in the desert and starve.
I don't want to die like a chump. I agree.
It will take you roughly 4 days to get to the next place.
And is there any village in between there and where we are now?
Some oasis. You're getting rather deep into the desert itself.
So no actual villages or anything like that?
No, the further you go out, think of this as more of a rural country compared to ones that have like, oh, you traveled here, let's put a base here. Then you travel more, we have routes to these places. This is, unless you know where you're going or following a map, it's not going to be well traveled. Our places, it's just that's their place, this is their kingdom, this is their place. Little domains here and there. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So, like Viola suggested, should we ask them if they have some food they could sell us?
I think that'd be the less suspicious option, yeah. I mean, Viola's willing to
suspicious.
buy some food. No, it's just like they already don't like us because we're outsiders. So just buying food, it's just like, okay, whatever. They're just idiots lost in the desert. What a shock that they almost died already.
Are you playing Stardew Valley, Silver?
No.
Okay.
Kind of sounded like Minecraft background music.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
All of it.
All right, yeah. Viola will reach out to some of the people by a very different cart than the one with the crystals and ask, "Can I buy some food from y'all?"
They could sell you one of their goats, which you would have to slaughter yourself, and about 4 days of rations.
4 days for the whole party, or just 4
Yeah.
units?
No, 4 days worth for everyone.
Okay. So
Hold on,
collectively,
hold on.
4 days worth.
What's the price on that? Is that just book price?
Yeah, book price. Right now, they want to make any money they can since most of their storage was destroyed. And they only need enough food to make it to the next town.
Okay, Viola will come back to the group with the offer. What is the price for the goat?
2 gold. It would feed your whole party for 2 nights.
And what was the name of the town that they were going to?
They didn't say. They pointed to it
Okay,
on the
but
map.
it's
They did
marked on
point
the
it out
map.
on the map.
Mostly because naming things is hard.
Okay, but we know the name if we need to in the future.
Yes.
If we need to talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
It is a common place on the map itself. It's just yours has more details than theirs because theirs is a common map.
Do we know if the goat will slow our travel time if we don't slaughter it tonight, basically?
If you have it follow, yes. If you put it in the cart, no.
I don't think you'll fit in the cart.
I'm just saying, realistically.
Okay. Yeah, I think that we have a plan then. If anyone is against it, speak up. Well, yeah, we'll buy all of the food they'll sell us, and we'll buy the goat for 2 gold, and we'll cut it up tonight so we don't have to feed it and whatnot. And then we'll get moving to the next village instead of where these people are going to.
You're in the background.
Unless we have a better idea for meeting the princess.
One of the goats crying out because it knows what its fate's going to be. It's like, no!
Whereas Cornelius is going, I'm going to name you Teriyaki.
Oh my god, right? Once you hand over the money, they give you the lead to the goat. And it's protesting, but it's kind of forced to go because of the lead. And you hear the other two like, bye!
Nice to meet you, home cooked meal.
At least I'm giving you something to murder.
Okay, so 5 people, 4 days worth, so that's an extra 20 rations I'm putting on the cart. So
6 people, don't forget heathen.
thank you.
I sure do.
24.
That's why you woke up with sand.
We'll get back for that.
Unless you have anything else to do with the caravan, they are ready to leave. They've said their prayers for their fallen members, kicked sand at the 2 dragon corpse, and they're packed up and ready.
I bid them a safe journey.
They nod to you, wish you the same, and they will head off, leaving what scorched, unusable remains behind.
Well,
all right then. Unless we have some other business here, or if anyone wants to do anything with the dragon bones, we will be on our way.
How heavy are those dragon bones?
You ever play Skyrim?
Very, got it.
It depends on how much of it you want.
I'll take okay. Bones.
Okay. If one was to make a suit of armor, how many dragons would he need?
Given an average adult male, I would say probably both of the small dragons, just because if you ever need to, one break or two, I'd say both small dragons with extra just in case. You'd probably even get a weapon out of it if none of it breaks.
Okay.
Now, the usable parts that they can get, like the fangs and claws, have been taken. So all you have is the majority of the bones in themselves.
Okay.
The horns as well are gone.
I'd probably take like something like pelvis and like the scapula. Yeah, the flattish bones.
I'll say those weigh about 20 pounds each, being a young dragon.
Okay.
They're not too heavy, they're smaller, but it's still a significant big piece. It will take you about a roll of survival.
Hopefully not another set of double ones.
I swear if you do. Okay. Yeah, it's going to take you probably a good 30 minutes. You need to cut away the bones or the meat, the sinew, and all that. Unless you're being hasty about it. But yeah, give it like 30 minutes and you can have both pieces. They'll just need to be cleaned off later or you'll start attract bugs.
Can I assist him to help the work go a little bit quicker?
You can help him and it will be completely cleaned, but it still take 30 minutes.
Can I also get a bone big enough for a dagger?
Roll a survival. Yeah. You know roughly where you the pressure points on bones are, and you're able to break a rib bone, taking off just a little more than needed in case fracturing, to make a dagger later. It'll be about 5 pounds.
Okay.
All right, once that's all done and everyone's gathered by or in the cart, should we take off?
I'm good.
I'm ready to roll.
You'll remember something and slaps her head. I should have told them about the desert shaking under us. Oh well.
Even
what are the odds that they'll be attacked by a second creature when we weren't? Okay, yeah, she's ready to go. Just offers to help with the goat later. But yeah, that's not our priority.
All right, so we are on our way.
Great. I'm going to bring you back to here for reasons. So, Arcus, you're the one that took the one for the dagger?
Yes.
I need you to roll 1d6. Hey, you just took permanent 5 damage psychic to your HP. And the bone that you took, you suddenly feel 5 pounds lighter. It's gone.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You took 5 permanent psychic damage, and the bone is gone.
What do you mean
Like
permanent?
his max health reduced by 5?
Yep.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So his max health went
Yep.
down, not just he took damage.
Oh no, that's max health. He pissed off his god. But he doesn't know that.
Ouch.
You
Did
took
he hear like a
dragon
draconic
parts.
roaring?
What?
Did he like hear a draconic roaring or anything when that?
Oh no, that's
happened?
what the pain was for in his head. He's been getting these little jolts here and there of go this way, go that way. This was straight up, you fucker. You have the dragon god as your god, and you're taking dragon parts without permission.
Who am I supposed to ask?
You could have left a prayer for the dragons or anything. You did nothing but, I'm going to take this piece of bone. You pissed off your god.
I don't worship him. We have a contract.
Doesn't mean a god can't get pissed off by what you do.
Also, we did
there's
just
something
see a
called being
caravan.
respectful to your boss.
We did just see a caravan take a ton of parts without suffering anything, so that's easy to not connect the dots.
Well, that's because you're not involved with them. You showed up.
Could it be like 5 damage and like some exhaustion instead?
I guess I could just get back in his good graces by doing something.
This isn't a permanent, like, forever thing. You can fix this. This is your warning.
Painful
and
warning.
it will wear off. Just you don't know when.
I'm so sad about the dragon bone.
Yeah, it's just gone. I even have this written down that if you took anything, it would be gone. Right here, if party takes dragon parts, -1 to dragon, void gets psychic damage, and any items taken off self by end of night.
Well, you live and learn.
Oh. Let's see. Scroll down a little. Okay, yeah. Okay, that was for that little bit. Amazing, love it. What are you gonna do for the night?
Well, if Arcus is feeling up for it, I'll continue his lessons in Draconic.
Yep, I'm good. Totally good.
Yeah, that's a no. You made a sound.
I swear these dice just have something against me.
Yeah, you made a sound, and he was like, "The fuck does that mean?" And you just hear Heathen kind of snickering while he's watching the food be made, or at least the food be slaughtered.
What's up, you?
This is one twisted kid.
Oh, well, he's laughing that he didn't understand. He understood.
Oh.
But Arcus didn't. So who's going to slaughter teriyaki?
Well, what skill would it use?
Nature or survival? I'm trained in +4, so if you want to guide me in the goat specifically, and I'll do the roll with or without advantage, we can get down to eating.
Yeah, I can aid because I have survival as well.
Appreciate it.
All right, while they're doing that, I will gather dry wood for the fire after giving Astrum his brief and unsuccessful lesson.
Yeah, you didn't even need help. You two easily prepare the goat. Some of it will be dried for the next meal. And you chop that up easily. And if you want, who's going to take first, second, and third watch?
I'll take first watch again.
I go second.
I'll take third.
We'll take third.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, she's fine with doing it, just not every dang night. She's picky.
I will scroll through. It's just he had a negative, so we had to do this. Because it was, I kid you not, I wrote it down. Okay. Y'all eat. Everything's pretty good. Before people go to sleep, anything last you want to do?
Well, I'll make sure to feed the horses and the horse and the camels. As usual.
Roll animal handling. One of the camels spit at you.
I just sigh. Yeah, I don't like you much either. Clean it off. And then go and take my seat and start my watch.
Okay, again, Heathen is going to wait to see who goes to what tent before going to his other.
Actually, to be safe, I want to cast minor illusion to make it seem like I'm going to a different tent.
You're going to use one of the scrolls, or oh wait, no, that's your thing.
Yeah.
What is the DC for that, and what is it? Intel. Intelligence 13. Anyone can roll for this if you want, or just let it happen, your choice.
I just did what Viola said.
Okay. Everyone else?
Yeah. That's fine with me.
Once everybody's in bed, he then goes to his tent. He was rather quiet tonight. Roll perception.
All right.
You will see again Heathen's tent kind of shuffles. And he pokes his head out. And he actually stares you in the eyes. Do you see this or want to see this?
Yes, and I will wave hello to him.
Oh.
I'm so confused.
Ignore that. That was an accident.
Well, we know what one thing you have now is. He will go over to you and sit by the fire. This is not something he's done before, but he's quiet.
I glance at him slightly. Anything you'd like to talk about?
You know, once this is over, I'll probably not end up surviving.
I sigh. Not if I have anything to say about it. I do not let people die without a damn good reason.
You're not the one that owns me. It's his decision if I live or die, just like everyone else. This was fun so far. He kind of throws a stick into the fire. I haven't even starved a single meal. I've never had that before. Feels nice. Don't know how to feel about that.
When this is over, I'll see if there's anything I can do to keep you alive. I can't promise or make guarantees, but I will do what I can.
He kind of gives you the side eye. I think you should look out for yourself. And he kind of leaves it like half opened.
I just kind of smirk. Bad habit of mine.
Tell you how many of them I've seen die in front of me too, but that's not something to brag about. What is to brag about is that I've survived so long. But when you're useful, that's when you survive. And right now, I'm being useful.
Well then, why not make it more impressive by surviving a lot longer?
Everyone ends up eventually not being useful. Just depends on your time. If he decides it, I'm no longer useful, then it will be my time to die. At least for now, I'll have a full stomach. And unless you say anything else,
Well,
you're going to. What?
Well, if there's anything else you need while we're out here, just go ahead and ask me.
He raises one of his hands. Not my place with these shackles.
Will I get in trouble for taking them off?
He shrugs.
All right. What would I roll to try and get them off without hurting them?
You can try to just take them off by itself. And when you try, they do not bulge. They are magical. You can roll an Arcana to see what kind of magic.
All right. I don't have any bonuses in that, so didn't think it'd be all that great.
Yeah, don't know. It is magic binding him, and you don't know what it is. You just know that you do not personally have a way to do it. And he just kind of looks at it like melancholy, like, I thought so.
One of the others might be able to help you. I'm not the brightest there is.
Maybe. He gets up and goes back to his tent.
Hope you rest well, kid.
Yes, feel for the baby.
I'm
The
not
rest
really
of your
feeling
night
for him.
goes off without a hitch.
All
Next
right.
in line,
Me.
how would you like to wake him? Surprisingly, without sand.
I'll knock on the support for his tent, not very hard so I don't knock the tent over, and hopefully that'll wake him up.
I would like you to roll a strength. Okay, yeah. Does this wake you?
Yeah, it wakes me. I'm alert now.
What do you tell him before going and taking his place?
No problems, and it's your turn at watch.
Okay.
Roll a perception. You can see in the very distance what was just leveled ground because of the moon kind of shining. You see dust kick up, and it's not windy tonight, but it's rather far off, and it's a lot of dust.
Well, that's concerning.
Other than
Does it seem
that,
like it's coming in this direction?
can't tell with that being so far. It's a good distance away, and it's about a good, I want to say, a football field size of dust cloud because it goes up pretty high and settles.
Maybe I can ask someone about this. As I put together something that I've been thinking of ever since that sand incident. So I basically just use prestidigitation and my light cantrip to make a small trinket that will scream and make bright lights like a strobe light. And I throw that trinket into Heathen's tent.
Let me get this straight. You're going to make a small tinkeret that makes sound and light and throw it into his tent.
Yes. They'll be screaming.
I want you to roll for accuracy.
Accuracy?
Yeah, athletics or acro, you know.
Or dex attack roll, whatever makes sense.
Sorry. Roll a 1d4. Okay, yeah. You went to throw that and just missed. Instead, it went in Viola's tent.
Oops.
Because she was the closest.
All right, roll for how loud it is. Let's see if it actually wakes her up.
Yeah, roll a d20.
See if you can beat half her constitution score, let's say.
That's an 18.
Yes. She wakes up with a shriek and she runs into the wall, crawls into the wall of her tent, and then backs out of the tent.
Sorry.
Does her shriek wake everybody else up?
I would think so.
Because that's got to be. All right, Astrum steps out gripping the hilt of his sword. Like, what the hell is going on?
Emergency.
Baseball batting the whole thing.
This is when we roll for combat.
There's a thing out there. That's totally what I meant to do.
I look in the direction he's pointing.
It flung a loud thing in my tent? Okay, sure. Let's get out of the way. I'm getting my armor on. My head.
Yes, that was on purpose. I never miss.
Oh.
Right? While Astrum has the chance, he will don his armor.
Yeah, let's fucking do this. Okay, Heathen even crawls out. He's confused. He was actually asleep instead of being his sneaky sneak self. And he's confused on why everyone's getting covered in armor and what those sounds were.
Damn, that would have been perfect.
Congratulations, Astrum.
Would have been the perfect time. But its time will come. Oh, yes, it will.
He's asking if it's time for breakfast, and what was that?
Wake up call. We got a thing in the distance.
Are you pointing in that direction?
Yes.
It's over a mile away. So, yeah, he looks at you, looks at it, looks at you, sighs, and goes back in his tent.
I make another one of those things with the light and presentation and throw it in his tent.
I'm gonna need you to roll. Yeah, I'll say it goes in there. It causes him to shriek. In this, after the shriek, you feel a tremor. Wasn't planning for this, but the whole ground kind of shakes for a moment. And the ground around you kind of shifts.
Okay, something's about to eat all of us, or it's going to eat one of us, or it's going to eat the camels because they're the fattest of us. Let's split up, scatter.
Scatter. Save
Yeah.
yourself.
I have to put
I
this into the
glare and
quest log.
I glare in Astrum's direction. I blame you.
I blame the little man.
He
You're
is
the one
running
who
to the
made-
cart. So he's gonna go here. Again, I did not have this planned yet. We all blame him. I'll give you one chance to do whatever you want before I pop it out.
Okay. Oof.
Again, I did not have this ready yet, but okay.
Yeah, you can thank Astrum for this.
Okay. Going to cast Longstrider on myself.
Let me clear out. How do I clear this out? Oh.
I cast Armor of Augustus on myself, or whatever it's called. I need those hit points.
Yes, Viola, I see the test.
Just read it before you say it out loud.
All I see is
Give me a
test.
sec to type. Yeah, I'm about to send it.
Okay, everyone roll initiative.
I just did.
Draken, you're gonna have to click yourself to roll, and then oh shit, hey Cookie, and then I can edit for you. Cannot
Okay,
confirm
so there, I should be put in now.
yet. I see 4 rolls.
Yeah, I'm trying to add myself to the initiative, but I am unsuccessful at the moment.
Did you ever edit your character sheet for it to work, or?
No, I haven't edited anything.
E-L.
And I don't know why.
There you go.
Thank you.
Can I give one of my inspirations to Astrum?
Yes, you can.
Don't die, buddy.
So are you gonna edit my number to my first roll, or?
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it did add me when I rolled initiative. Huh.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Oh, okay. Guess it was just a glitch the last time.
17. Yours is a 17. Is everyone ready to see what the hell that was?
I'm always ready. Let's do this.
It's a dragon, a worm, or a scorpion, I bet.
Better not be my ex.
There we
I want
go.
to face that on a dark night.
I'm glad it's not a dragon. I don't have spells.
I hate worms.
And yes, I do
Fishing
have
bait, here I come.
I do have a character sheet for this. This was supposed to be for later. So thanks.
It's got out the way.
Oh, you're lucky. Yeah. So it kind of just cracks out of the ground, spewing sand, dust, dirt everywhere, screeching out. So yeah, this just ginormous fucking worm.
Seeing this giant worm pop out the ground. Some rub his hand together and claps himself getting ready
I have to edit
go.
There it is. There we go. I'll put it back now. All right, what?
Okay. Yeah. Ashton might be 5 steps closer to death's door, but he's still ready to go.
Yeah, so it's your turn.
Okay, as my bonus action, I cast Hex on it. And then I cast Eldritch Blast on it.
On range, deal 160. Okay. Let me double check. 24 hits.
It's just a hit that procs Hex, which deals 6 necrotic.
Let's see.
And how much does the Eldritch Blast itself deal?
10.
Oh, thank goodness.
16.
For a total of 22.
Nice.
Okay.
No, it's just 16, unfortunately.
Yeah, 16.
No, it's not.
Cool.
Cool.
So it has a vulnerability to one of those types of damage. Okay.
Yep. Why am I okay? If I do this and then I click it and I do minus 22. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. Roll a perception to see if you notice this hurt it. Yeah, you didn't notice that. It's hurt, but you didn't notice that it's vulnerable to necrotic. I didn't even plan that.
Well, Ashram dusts his hands, and I had my turn.
Next.
All right, I will take a shot at it with my light crossbow.
I'm gonna give you a chance. Do you want to hurt yourself or one of the party?
Oh, not crit fails like that.
Oh.
Or you can choose to break your weapon. I'm being generous. You have an option. Hurt yourself, hurt someone else, break your weapon.
Break the damn thing. It's already betrayed me once before.
You go to do it, and not only does the string snap, but one of the arms to it, that, the bendy part, snaps, sending a little bit of shards here and there.
I just sigh and glare at it. Damn thing never liked me anyway.
Get shot someone. I want to be able to heal them.
Again, I only do this for crits.
And I will move up. I can't move my person. Oh, it's because I had the wrong thing selected. Because I'm an idiot.
No comment. Is that it?
Yep. There's nothing else I really can do. Moved my entire move distance and made my attack.
Can I make a nature check to figure out what this thing might be able to do without using an action?
Yeah.
Just like, do I recognize this? Thank you. Or does survival work instead?
Yeah. Why are there multiple of you? There we go. There are 3 Corneliuses.
Yeah. Is this thing gonna charge through a line of us or something weird, or blast spit at us?
You know that this has no projectile weapons. It digs and it hits. But I highly doubt you've ever seen one. So maybe it's something you've read about while you're on the boat because you're coming towards this way, just in case. It hits hard and it digs.
Okay. Viola will say that general information. It isn't going to drag us under the sand or anything like that. And sorry, I need to check the range of my spell. 60 feet. 75. Okay. Yeah, she'll go.
Again, I didn't have this plan until you're at least level 2.
I believe in us.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cast Frostbite on it. Make a con saving throw.
Oh, shit. Let's see. Its vulnerabilities and such. No, that's fine. Con save?
Yep.
23.
Yeah, it passes. That is the end of our turn.
Yes, Mother? Oh, I'm not done eating. Sorry, I'm not done.
Constitution is insane.
I kid you not, these are just basic stats I found online. Just copied and pasted.
What
Okay.
CR was this thing?
Oh, I have no clue. I didn't pay attention to that part. Next.
That's probably one of the most important parts.
I feel unsafe now.
Yeah. All right. I am going to take a move 40 feet. So 10, 20, 30, 40. And light crossbow.
That hits.
9 piercing.
Let's see. It will do half, so 5. -5. Okay. You stab at it and it just kind of shakes a little with the bolt. Anything else?
That is all I can do.
30.
All right.
Take my
The
worm.
first thing I'm going to do is let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use my one of my B series use my transformation.
Okay. And this takes an action, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm actually going to. The only one I have at the moment is this one.
Yes. You can turn into a horse egg. The party can see you suddenly turn into a red-looking horse. I'm going to say that you keep the red hue to yourself.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay, he then is going to take this chance to, because of what the hell is going on, crawl into the cart, because that's a giant fuck no.
Some pawn you are.
You know, he'd probably be nicer to you if you were nicer to him.
It's like, yeah, that's not the time to be salty.
Okay, this is great. I need to get the measurement. Cool. I'm gonna go after Astrum, because last time I went after Cornelius. So there's this. And then there's this. Is an 18 hit?
Yes.
Why is it not?
You have to target who you're attacking.
I thought I was. Do I really have to like click? If I click, no, it's still not. Hold on, let me edit this.
What's it?
Do the damage manually.
What's it not doing?
Rolling for the damage. No, I put the dice in there. Yeah, the dice is in it. Yeah, it's still not. What did I do wrong?
You're clicking the name of the attack, right?
Yeah.
The dice should be listed under damage/type.
Yeah,
Click on
a
that.
hit. It's not showing on. It's not showing as it. attack on him. Let me retype this in. I don't even remember what the attack was now. God damn it.
Multi-attack.
No, what the damage was. Oh. Oh. Now if I save it, is it? No, it's still not doing it. Oh, hello. Let me bring out one of my other sheets and see what I'm doing wrong.
Can you just roll the damage manually in chat? /R space.
Yeah, this is all the same.
You could just go to the advanced dice roller and just dial it in with the added damage.
Let me try one more time. Yeah, it's just not doing it. I don't know why. Okay. Well, if I do it like this, yeah, see, it's okay. I'll just do the dice thing because this is being weird. Why it's freaking out. I don't know why. 17 damage.
Seven? 17?
17. It's 1d8 plus 10.
Well, it
Oh,
takes all my
shit.
temporary hit points. And
Again, I didn't have this ready until y'all were a little higher level, but you are to be a shit.
he started it.
And it attacks twice. So does a 12 hit?
Nah, that misses.
Okay.
Does it have to move up to be able to hit him, or can it hit him from clear over there?
Oh, it's got a 30-foot range.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It doesn't mean to move. So, yeah, your turn.
Wait, it hit me with his body, right?
Yeah, it's a body slam. It has a 30-foot range.
Okay, then he took 5 damage from me when he took my elf away. My armor of Augustus, what it's called.
Why is that? Okay, there we go. It takes how much damage?
5 cold damage.
Okay. And it's your turn.
I guess that's a death save.
Oh shit. That's a success. I would like
this
you all
is
to
why
know,
you read a creature's CR.
I would like you note that there always is a chance to leave, and I did not have this planned. Next.
Right? I will move up 30 feet.
Okay.
And that's all I can do for my turn because it is still not within range of me.
You can ready an action if it gets closer. Attack.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
And I will ready an action.
Okay. Next. This was just supposed to be a lore dump.
I'm waiting for Astro to answer. So this is Shirnu, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I assume we've talked about fighting strategies in the past. Has Shirnu mentioned like she's going to do this if we're trying to escape, or?
I don't think any of y'all have sat down about that.
Okay, but we talked over the 7 days of travel, so.
If y'all had decided that, yeah.
Silver, are you on mute?
No.
Is your character fleeing, and that's why you transformed?
Oh, no.
Okay.
They can take on the form of an animal that they can understand and get its character stats. Kind of like what the druid does as a creature.
Can I say that I have one of the healing potions that's in her cart on my person?
Yeah, you can have a free quick chat.
Okay, then yeah, she has a healing potion. She'll move over to Astrum to try and help him wake up. Feed him the healing potion with her action.
Okay.
Right, and Astrum can heal people when he gets back up.
I believe that's
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 4.
Plus 4 or 2? Anyone know?
Yeah, it's plus 4.
Thanks.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh, shit.
I don't suppose nearly dying is enough for Astrum's god to think about things?
We got a deal, sort of.
So does that end your turn?
She'll use the rest of her movement to back up.
Next.
Well, I have to check something. 30 foot. Okay. Okay. So.
Yeah, you are within range.
Okay. So I'm going to try using Tasha's Caustic Brew. It is Dex save 14.
What is the damage type?
It is acid.
Let's see. Okay, that's fine. And what was the dex?
14.
That's a crit.
That's a double crit.
Yeah,
yep.
That's it shimmied, I guess.
Can I use inspiration to try to reroll that?
You can. Do you want to use your last inspiration?
Anyone mind?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Otherwise we might die. Reroll that, please.
That's a 7.
Okay. 2d4 damage. Oh, come on.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. This is certifiable bullshit. 1 out of 2 on a healing potion and double ones.
I swear I haven't done shit. I'm barely understanding the site.
Well, I also rolled a nat 1 on my very first attack, so we're getting a lot of nat 1s this fight.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, I'm going to use my 40 foot of movement to get the hell out of there.
Again, there's no harm in running away.
3.
Had a cool treat.
Pretty sure this thing has enough movement speed to keep up with us, though.
I didn't have it planned, so it probably wouldn't. Again, I had this planned when you were a little higher level.
All right. Yeah. Just so you're aware, my character is next. Mine. It just went out of the turn order when I put the horse there.
Oh, it did. Let me add you as Hlas.
Yeah, it was the 4. It was actually it was directly next. So
I'm gonna put you as a 4. So you're supposed to. There you go. You're Hlas.
all right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and just rush in. Since the horse is a melee fighter, and we'll go for just a regular attack.
Okay.
That's a seriously.
Oh, fuck. You go to, what is it? Kind of like, is it the front or the back hooves you're using?
We'll go with the back.
You try to do a fancy swerve to kick, and you kind of hyperextended your leg. You're gonna be feeling that for the day. You're gonna be hurting for a bit.
All right. Not really much else I can do, so that's my turn.
Next, well, it first saw our armor dude walk up, so you're gonna be first. Does a 19 hit?
Nope.
No. Nice.
Nope.
As seen as it did not hit you, it's going to go for the horse. Does a 28 hit?
Yeah, I'd say it'd be pretty hard to miss with that high of a number.
That will be 17 damage.
17. Or do you mean 7?
Oh, it's 1d8
17 because it's plus 10.
Ah.
I don't know what I did to the sheet, but it should have been working. Worked last time. Every time I do something wrong. So yeah.
Okay, well,
17.
that instantly takes me out of the form.
Oh, shit. I honestly would have gotten the hell out of there. Yeah, so that ends its turn. You're gonna have to spend half your movement to get up.
Okay, I do that.
Okay. You have 15 feet to move if your movement is 30 feet.
Okay, yeah. And I cast Healing Light on the horse.
Well, I believe they would automatically be reverted to their original self, and that self is unharmed.
No, I took a little bit of damage from that as well.
Okay, then you get 3 healing.
You're welcome.
I mean, that does get me back up to full because I actually had the 2 temporary hit points still. So
anything else?
For my last move, I cast Eldritch Blast.
14 does not hit.
Oh no. Oh, that's it. That's it.
Next.
All right, I will. I don't know if it takes an action or not, but just shout everybody, get the hell out.
No, that's a free
We are
back and forth combo.
All right. Then I shout to everybody to run. Get to the cart. We are getting the hell out.
And what will you do?
How much does the dash action add to my movement?
It doubles your movement.
Okay, so that would be 60. On scroll over, I can't really see because the turn order thing. But that would be. Damn. Sorry.
No rush, no rush. You're 2 squares below Cornelius. Fiona.
Looks like the plan is to flee. Any chance this thing will be distracted if we leave a water barrel behind for it?
You do not know. You only asked about the attacking. Would you like to spend an action to figure out more about it?
Yes, please. Can I still use survival?
Yes, you can. You can use whatever.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out anything that could help us run away. A distraction, splitting up, leaving some food.
Food is a great distraction. You also know it was attracted because of the high-pitched sound at night. And they are mostly night eaters. Or at least it is in my world.
Okay. Well, I don't have an action to pull out food and drop it, but I do have an action to run over this way.
You can also tell them that info too. That's a free.
Yes, then she is doing that. And on her next turn, she's also
this is a
going to
creature we shouldn't be encountering until level 10.
That does the 10 attack on base. Once that's all of us.
Next.
Yeah, we are running. We have advice.
Honestly, you could take this down at level 3.
Maybe if we had a party of like 30.
It's a CR9 creature.
I mean, you've already taken a good chunk of its health. Just saying. Anyway, Cornelius, your turn.
Well, he said run, so I'm running to the cart.
And one said food will help. Distraction.
I will take actually an action to use my magical tinkering to basically create a noisemaker.
That would help.
Throw it like in this direction.
Okay. You're going to have to roll for accuracy, or you can roll for either accuracy or the distance.
Could I just stick it on a crossbow bolt?
You can.
Okay. Since I'm not necessarily shooting for hitting, can I just do the full light crossbow range?
You can.
Okay,
I think that's 320. To go off after you shoot.
It'll just make noise the entire time.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see. It has a max range of 320 feet.
Make a roll and see if you nat or not. If you nat, you're going to hit the cart.
Okay. Please let me roll average.
Oh,
mother son of a.
Oh, I think this game hates us.
Yeah. I mean, come on. What are the odds?
I think we need to find a temple and start praying for like all of us, or cursed or something.
I still blame you, Astrum.
Oh, my chest hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, you literally just had to get anything but a nat. It could have been even like a 2, without the modifier, just anything but a nat.
Can we just say it jams on the crossbow and you drop it? Is that good enough to get its attention?
It just means that it didn't go. Like, it didn't go anywhere. It's there. You can reshoot, though.
Fine. I'll reshoot next round.
Sorry.
Like,
I could probably make one and throw it if I survive. That is.
I feel bad. I want you to go ahead and reshoot. If it naps again, that's on you. It goes.
okay.
It goes.
Oh god.
It kind of takes you a minute to like, okay, we got to do this. You know, you're all jittery. It finally goes. I'm gonna say it took like a bonus action to redo it. But it goes.
Okay.
Ruby, it's your turn. You heard a noise cracker go, not right by you, but in the distance, come close, and then go off.
Okay, so I'm just going to how tall is this thing?
You know, that's a really good question. Let me see if it says. It doesn't say, but it says it has a speed of 40, and it's gigantuan. So pretty fucking tall.
I might go ahead and disengage and actually fly diagonally up 40 feet, like up and back.
So like diagonally back.
Yeah, like back and up at the same time.
Yeah, that's fine. Just move back 40 feet, or technically that would be 20 and 20 up. But yeah. Is that it?
Yep.
It saw you while also hearing the sound. I'm going to make an intelligence, which luckily it's not good at. Yeah, it's kind of confused. It's just sitting there, or it's not moving. Okay.
Well, time to get out of Dodge and move away, right?
So is everyone trying to get away?
Yes.
After this, Viola is using her dash action every time, and she's hoping we manage to get the cart away too, but...
Okay. Then I will say, thanks to the noisemaker and its own confusion, you will all get out at night. You're on the run.
That
All
was
right,
close.
I will take the blocks being used as brakes from out from under the cart, hop in the driver's seat, tell everybody get the fuck in now, and get ready to go.
I think this survival, I will have everyone level up, even though this isn't where I had it placed for a level up, but fuck it. I'll never seem to do the correct things in game.
Managing to survive a challenge rating 9.
I didn't even do its attack thing. It said that if you got hit by it, you were then prone if you failed a DC strength. I didn't even add that in. Like I said, I didn't have this ready yet.
Well, now we never have to see it again. Go us.
You could probably summon it.
Heals the creature, brings it back next night. Sup, fucker?
Let's tame it.
I hate you.
Let's not.
Just
Yeah.
If we try to tame it, we'll do so by feeding it Arcus.
Hey, me, that's little man. I blame him for this.
You threw 2 of
You're
them.
the one who was creating screaming amulets at places.
Okay.
In the middle of the night.
Well, I just want to alert you guys that something was coming, and something did come.
This
Right.
is everyone.
Wait, you
Maybe
threw
the
that in my
first one
tent?
would've given that.
He did. He was
You
aiming
might have
for
gotten away with
Heathen's
that if you
tent.
only threw one. You might have gotten away with that little explanation if you only threw one, but you immediately made another while other people were standing there staring at you
Yeah, I made that one
and threw
because
it again.
the little man decided to go back in his tent. I told him when to get up. He didn't get up, so I made some of the man get up.
I think the princess is going to kill us when
Right.
she meets us. She's already grumpy.
If she sees us again.
Yeah. If it is the group's choice, do you want to end it here with a level up or continue a little more?
Permission to cry?
Yes, granted. Permission 100% granted.
I'll get to a safe place.
You know what? All of you can cry.
Do we get inspiration for leveling up?
No, but you did level up, so.
Okay.
So would you all like to continue a little bit more, or do you want to call it a night? Your choice.
I have a fever. I think I need to sign off.
Ooh, you do.
Yeah.
If you're sick, you need to go.
I'd say just get the cart, maybe like 2 hours travel away, and then set up camp again to rest and call it a night.
Cry a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's completely fine. You got the tape, Mom. Okay. Then yeah, we'll call it a night. Everyone level up. Make sure you have what was taken or used during the battle out of your sheet, which I believe Rill did that. Thank you.
Yep.
And you are all level 2 somehow.